one of my queries always, which is interesting, is why this particular conflict has such a lot of interest outside of the people in that country, because we have other countries with conflicts, but not as much interest, global, regional interest. I don't know if you know why. What makes this such a melting pot, or is it such a hot pot? Why does it attract so many people? Why is Iran interested in Israel, for instance?
I'm going to let Asaad take that.
Okay, first of all, I told you that we call this land the Holy Land,
Right.
but frankly, it's the bloody land. With the amount of blood that it was split on this land, since, I don't know, the Macedonians, the Greek times until today is, unprecedented. But mainly because it is a symbol, right? It's a symbol for the three main religions in the world, right? It's the promised land for the Jews, according to the Bible. It's the land of Jesus, according to the Christians, right? And for Muslims who also believe basically in the Jewish prophets, it is holy, and Jerusalem is the place where Muhammad came up with his wars in Israel-Mi'raj, Al-Aqsa Mosque. So it is like a place that takes the attention of a lot of global actors, unlike other, conflicts that doesn't have that aspect. Iran specifically is involved here mainly because I think of its aspirations to be a superpower in the Middle East. If you want to be a superpower in the Middle East, you have to either be a friend of Israel or be the main rival of Israel. Because Iran was an ally of Israel until the Khomeini revolution. And if you know that, we had direct flights from Tel Aviv flying to Tehran twice a week. Israeli companies invested in Tehran. We have a oil pipeline built from Eilat in the Red Sea to Ashkelon in the Mediterranean, which was a joint project by Israeli government and Iranian government. We were like really allies, and Iranians were allies of the Israelis because they had a rivalry with the Arab countries. And suddenly it changed. I think it was a strategic decision. They decided that they want to change axis. It's not about religion or something like the Iranians don't have. We don't have even, Iran is a Shia, mostly majority of Muslim Shia country, but there are no Shias in Israel or in Palestine.
I think it's really important, Muchai, to remember that Iranians are not Arabs. They are not Arabs. And people don't. Turkish people are not Arabs. These are different people. And the majority of Iranians are not religious fanatics. The Iranian people are, and I don't know how many of you know Iranian people. Some of you might know some Baha'i people here in Nairobi who are from Iran. They embrace academics. They embrace modernity. They hold some of the highest positions in some of the most interesting and important universities around the world. And they are occupied by the Ayatollahs since 1978 in a similar way to which the people in Hamas, the Palestinians in Gaza rather, are occupied by Hamas. And the Ayatollahs know that there is a popular resistance against them. And you can see them killing people in the streets when they stand up. Not only because they're a vicious, brutal regime, but also because they know that they're on the ropes. The majority of their country does not support them. The majority of their country wants to have peace with their neighbors and to have access to all of the benefits of the Western life. Yeah. I think the reason that Israel is such a hotbed of conflict is because it is where the clash of civilizations is playing out, and it's caused. If you're part of Europe, if you're part of America, if you're part of the Western world, then Israel is your island in the Middle East. And if you are pushing for a religious theocracy that keeps women down and that keeps religious people in charge, and you specifically are Islamist, then you're in the leadership of Iran, and that is a conflict. And as more countries are joining the West, because look at UAE, look how it's developed in the last 20, 30 years, right? Look at Saudi Arabia, how it's developed in the last 5 years, as they've brought more American influence in, and hopefully soon more Israeli investments and technology. It's a technology, not so much investments. They don't need our money. But as you see these countries coming closer to Israel and America, it becomes a threat to the leadership of Iran, but it becomes an opportunity for the people of Iran, who by all accounts really do want peace like we had before 1978.